everyone right. So we are live at Texas Motor Speedway. It's just me in the booth tonight. WKK3. Johnny Benson is down in Daytona doing some real racing things. But yeah, we're here at Texas. I am your commentator tonight. Let's look at the monitor and get you through what is qualifying for the Low Start 300. Back to 14th. Timings. Get this all written down for you. So when we do get the race started, there'll be no problems. The reason why I didn't do this before, if you're wondering at home, I just got into the game, so. A second. We do want to have qualifying broadcast, and there's 55 seconds left. Shane O'Cano does have the advantage as qualifying is coming to an end. So Shane O'Cano on the pole at the moment with Aram Origins starting second on the third row. It's PT. Last week was the Indianapolis 500, and what a race that was. As do we have last week's winner in the field? Let's see last week's winner. So Tiernizel. Not in the race. He did win last week's Indianapolis 500, so there it is.
Okay, that's qualifying over. We're outside the top three, but remember, it's the race result that counts.
As the spotter giving me the little chat there. There it is. So Shane O'Cano on the pole, Aram Orange in second, and it's PT third. The driver who led the most laps last week at Indy, Rita St. James, starting fifth, as some of the usual suspects getting ready for this one. Just waiting for qualifying to skip over. It's a night race here at Texas Motor Speedway, as sure to be in for quite a show. Usually not the booth by myself, but things do indeed happen. That's what we're waiting for here as qualifying is over, but it's pretty weird. Save. For people chatting, I will get onto the chat real quick. I'm trying to get the video up on my phone, so we'll have that ready for you in just a second so I can figure out what you're saying. I can't really see it here. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. So I have the chat up now. Yeah, I was wondering what is going on here. Ooh. Think we just jumped into the race now. See, the broadcaster and director, we wouldn't have this problem. Well, we just got locked out of the room. Okay, so we're just gonna Oh, big. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. That's great. We just got kicked out of the room. Yes, please. That's very fun. So we just got booted, which is always fun. So I don't know if I can get back on track. So what is happening? Come on. This is just beautiful. Gotta love it. Party settings.
You will start backing down. If you're in the incident, you get on the track is wherever you line up. Once we're all there and accounted for, we'll call the lead lap. Okay, so lead lap's 35. If you're not on 35 and you want to take the wave around at that point, you pull to the inside of the leaders, on an inside line of leaders. If you are a lap down, but you want to just stay a lap down and make it inside and wait, then we'll tell you, okay, we'll check the number. We got 3 of them. We'll say, okay, go ahead and take your lap. Then you take the wave around, but you cannot fit.
Alright, yeah, he's doing his driver meeting right now. As we've lost Super 2, so some wonky's going on right now. Hopefully we get Super back into the room. So yeah, that was where we bumped out. Last week, some of the names we expected to see in the Indianapolis 500 did run up near the front, as Cold in that Pennzoil car was pretty close to the front there near the end. Got held back on a restart. And then Tyrannizel, who's not in this field tonight, I think he had different things to do tonight. He was in the Napa Auto Parts 98 and won the Indianapolis 500, beating Rita St. James and Carlin Hicks in the Sunday Cup League account. So that's sort of a recap from last week. A lot of cautions last week. This week we're trying to cut down on those. There's a possibility of points being docked if there is a certain amount of cautions by each driver. So we will see if that does get in effect tonight. It will tomorrow night in the Camel GT race that is already established. So we will have that tomorrow night.
At that point, it's like playing high-speed poker.
So
all you can do is try and gauge the profile of your opponent right. And hope that you've,
back on YouTube.
Yeah, hope that you've kind
The live chat up. Someone just messaged me on PlayStation, so just trying to see who that was. Okay. Alright, so as I was saying, we're waiting on the drivers' meeting to be over with. How qualifying is done with. We're just waiting on the race to begin. So we're going through the field right now. Just looking through some of these drivers. Fans at home, if you want to see drivers, here they are. It's PTs from the UK. Your Don is from Australia. Stay Down is from the US. Let's see here. Stas, of course, from Australia. Gibbs Hauling Ass making his return. It says he's from the UK. Pretty sure he's from the US. I mean, he's one of the... Let me assure you he's from the US. Anger Management says he's from Australia, and he is. Wanma from Dominican Republic. Super from the US. Rostas from the US. Shane O'Kano from Australia. So a lot of Aussies in the field tonight. A lot more than in the Indy 500. Rita St. James from the UK. Duanis from the US. Harem Origins from the US. Cold is from the US. And, of course, Carlin Hicks is from the US. Alright. So that is the countries in tonight's race. As, like I said, we're just waiting on this to shoot through right now. Says they're racing, but I can show you they're probably not. Because I would have been able to pop into the field here. Let's try to see if we have a keyword on this. Second week in a row, something's happened in the room where we've had to change things.
There are a couple of drivers in the field that are working on an accumulation of race reports. Quite a handful of them on a few people. Let's have a clean week, because we're getting a couple guys are getting to the point where we might be talking points penalties and grid penalties and whatnot. So keep it in mind that let's keep it a quiet week as far as that goes, if you've heard your name bounced around. Other than that, I think we're all set. Any of the other officials or marshals have anything to add?
I have a question to ask.
Yes.
Because, you know, I'm green as green to this game.
So yeah, they're doing the driver's thing right now. I still don't know why I'm not able to be on track, or at least view on track. We'll see about that here in just a second. So I'll just pop myself into the road course IndyCar because I am not racing, so it doesn't matter. I still don't know why I can't get on the track. That's still weird to me. Yes, that's weird. Like I said, if they're not in the track right now, so we're just trying to figure it out. Because they're doing the if you're not familiar to the SCL right now, they're doing a pre-race drivers meeting, going through all the rules. Even if you are a veteran in the SCL, you still have to go through the drivers meeting every week. It's just to reassure everyone remembers it, remembers the rules. As there we go. Thank the Lord. We can now spectate this event. So yeah, we will actually watch some racing. For some of you watching on YouTube right now, it's about time we're able to get this going. It is a night race at Texas Motor Speedway. I love Texas in this game. Can't wait for the final week of the year. I think we're racing here. The Camel GT in the infield. That's gonna be just fun. Infield here is crazy. I don't even know why it's a thing, but it is what it is. As 99%. Oh boy, there we go. All right. Shows Carlin Hicks on the pole. I can assure you it's not the case. So we flip through the field. Nice camera angles here at Indianapolis tonight. people on board with some drivers tonight. We use the roof cam a lot to show you racing. This will bounce between all the drivers. It's Cold, Aram Origins, Twindy, Rita St. James, Shane Okano. Thank God he's the only SHA in the race tonight, unlike at Bathurst. Wanma, Anger Management, Kip's Hauling Ass, making his debut this season in the IndyCar. There's his car. He's running the number 8. Put that down for you. Kip's Hauling Ass, veteran of the SCL, I believe has the most IndyCar championships in prior history. So always good to have Kip back. He's a very funny man, I can tell you that right now. As there we go, we are rolling off. There's almost a little contact there. And you're Dan. And this there's Stas. And then you're Don. He bumped up. You're Don bumped up again. I think they're backing out. They are back. Something's. I think we're boarding here. Yes, we are boarding. Something has happened. So. Just waiting on Kip. There we go. Everyone's left the track. Something must have happened in on the track for this to happen. Might have been Mike's yet again. Always so fun to have Mike's mess up on you in the IndyCar Series. It happened last week at Indy. If you watched that broadcast, that's why we didn't start till like 9 o'clock last week. Got the race done around midnight. So hopefully we don't go through that yet again tonight. But this is a video game. This is not real life. Well, you're racing in real life, yes, but this is still game, still technology, and things still can happen. So I will ready up. Shinokino giving some words in the chat. Kip giving words. Here, Don giving words. Aram. Everyone's now readying back up to get back onto the racetrack. So if you didn't catch last week's Indianapolis 500, it is in the playlist below. You can go ahead and watch that. It was a very interesting race. If you're wondering why our voices were a little monotone halfway through the race, it was near 11 o'clock Eastern time, so it was pretty late, and that is that. But this week I'm very much ready to call this race. Tomorrow we will have 2 races for you, a doubleheader at COTA. If you don't know what that means, it's Circuit of the Americas down in Austin, Texas. So again, staying with the Texas theme this weekend. We will have the first race at around 5 o'clock for you. Still debating if I will race that or show that live here on the SCL Racing Network. It will be the Lone Star GT Challenge, where the GTLM cars will make their SCL debut here in the SCL. We've never raced the GTLM class. We did race the GT3s last season and prototypes before that, and we're running the Porsche prototype this year. But next season we will jump to GTLM and another motorsports list we are yet to release to you, the public. Some of you might already know that are watching. Try to keep it a secret. And so yeah, the GTLM making their debut. That's going to be a very fun race tomorrow if you want to come and join. It's not for points. It is strictly for fun. Well, strictly for me. Since I do the tech testing in the SCL, it is for me to figure out where the cars are. What's quicker, what's not as quick. Who has a better straight line, turning and radius. It's all about that. So it's pretty much a testing session on a live track, but we will have that for you. If you want to just jump into the room, go ahead. That's tomorrow at 4 o'clock. 4:15 the room goes up, and 5 o'clock the race starts. Tomorrow night will be the SCL Camel GT Trophy race at Coda. That's going to be an hour-and-a-half long race at the National Circuit. That means we're not running the full thing, but we will have that split in the middle to turn around and do the back half of the lap. That's going to be in the Porsches, as the Camel GT has been for the rest of the whole part of the season. And that's going to be a very fun race. Might show that on SCL Racing Network. I'm not quite sure. I actually might want to run that race. It's pretty quick in practice, so we'll see where I stand tomorrow night if I'm feeling up to running that race. If not, I will just show both here on SCL Network. As we're just waiting on people to ready back up, back half of the field is ready. Just waiting on the front half of this field. I just want to make sure everything's going right in the broadcast. Back half of the field is ready. Good. I can hear myself. I was afraid I was talking, there was no one hearing me. So, we are hopefully near moments away of this season's Lone Star 300 live here at Indianapolis. Carlin, let me know if I'm ready. I've been telling them I've already been broadcasting for 15 minutes. So, a little miscommunication there. I hope that's why we didn't start. I hope that's why we didn't get the race started. I'd hate for that to happen. Oh, would that be just, would that just be bad news there? So yeah, just waiting on now. This is part of the IndyCar Championship in the SCL. Super not ready now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers still need to ready up. It's starting to get quite annoying on my end, because I gotta fill all this time in with nothing. So if we could just get this race started, that would absolutely be great. I think there's a paint scheme issue going on here, as there we go. 2, 1, now we're gonna bounce to the track. Boy. See if our mic's muted here. Nope, we're good. Alright. That was quite annoying. I'm not gonna lie. That's what you gotta do as a broadcaster. If you ever want to be a broadcaster for anything, you gotta fill in that empty space sometimes with either crazy stories or just explaining the week before. Or you gotta just fill it in, and sometimes that's probably the hardest part of the job, is filling in the empty space rather than calling the race. If anyone wanted to know my experience and wondering why I'm calling the races for the SCL, I have experience calling some races on iRacing and NASCAR Racing 2003. So we're going to retire and spectate this event. Monitor. Beautiful. Alright. So everyone's bound to that. I think, okay, let's say everyone's on track now. So I want to make sure everyone is. Alright, everyone is on track. So very good news by us. We're going to head over to the Speedo. Make sure everyone uses their push to pass. If you don't know what that is, see that little blue lightning bolt at the bottom below 0 miles an hour? That is the push to pass. You cannot use that in the race. You can in qualifying, not in the race, so everyone will have to wear that down on their pace laps. So we'll be policing that here. We are two things. We're / commentator, broadcaster, and official tonight, because we can see what Carlin and all of them can't. So you are the eyes in the sky tonight at home. If you see something that's you don't think is right, put it in the chat. So we'll have some cockpit views for you tonight. Here's Carlin's cockpit view. So we're going to go around once. Yes, they're going to get lined up in their regular positions. officially lap 1 has started. We'll go around for 2 pace laps. So this is our first pace lap. This will be the pace lap to wear down your push to pass. See if anyone's used it. Yep. Yep. See if anyone's not used their push to pass. You should have already pressed it. If you haven't. Yes, everyone has used their push to pass. Very good thing, as some of our camera rules for you. We'll try to get the interface out of the way as much as possible tonight to let you see some more of this race. I don't want to be that guy that has all that up on the screen and doesn't use it. So for the pace lap, we'll have this off so you have the full attention of the race. Well, the pace lap, it's not going to race yet. So you see Shane O'Kano in the number 11. Excuse me, rolling it into pit road. As everyone's wondering why are they rolling the pit road, it is to secure your strategy for the race. You set a strategy, and sometimes it doesn't come up onto your car at the start of the race, so you're going to want to get that done. I believe we do have 2 compounds tonight. I could be wrong. I think we do have the red and black walled tires. So that'll be something to pay attention to as tonight goes on. Which driver has which compound on. So there's Shane O'Kano. So the rest of the field follows him off pit lane. A little quiet. I guess I can up this up a little bit more before we get this race started. I don't want to be too quiet for you. Yeah, no. I was way too quiet for you, so there we go. Hopefully we're a little bit better now as we head into turn 3. Still single file. Don't believe we're going to go green this time, as I think we're waiting on some people on pit lane. So there's, let's see who's still on the pit road. Okay, everyone's coming off now. There's Rita. Something happened to Rita. We saw her in pit lane a little bit earlier than everyone else. That might have been an issue there, so she'll slot back into her position. I believe that's in the top 10. I believe it's 6th, if I'm not mistaken. We'll see what she bumps up to. 5th for Rita. Okay. As we should be getting the 1 to go here. Let's see. Did we double file it up here? As they head over the line. Now we're still single file. There we go. There we're doubling up. So we have gotten the 1 to go by Carlin. So we will go green next time by. Here from Texas, almost in Indianapolis. This isn't Indianapolis. Still stuck on last week. This is going to be a good one for you folks at home. As we head through turns 1 and 2 here. The best part is at home, racing on the calling on the monitor cam, we can see how much fuel these guys have. So if someone late in the race is trying to stretch it, we know who it is. So we'll turn the overlay off. Shane O'Kano in the front. Let's get to him. Don't want to be on Rita right now. So he enters turn 3. A little contact there. Got to get a good start here. We don't want to call off the start. Drivers come through turn 3. Everyone looks like they're on the black walls. I don't run IndyCar, so correct me if I'm wrong about the red walls here at Texas. Shane O'Kano coming into the tri-oval. When he gets to the line, we go green. And the green flag is out here at Texas for the Lone Star 300. A little swerving going on in the back of the pack, but entering turn 1, Shane O'Kano does have the advantage as there is a spinner at the back. Looked like a lone car incident at the Lone Star 300. That's a pun I am not going to reuse tonight as he entered turn 3 for the first time. Now coming off turn 4, Shane O'Kano will lead the first lap at Texas. Already hitting 222. Entering turn 1. As everyone starts to single it up. Heading down the back straightaway. Aram Origins, who started second, slots into second. As he's going to get challenged from the bottom by It's PT, and up in the wall goes Aram Origins. That should be a caution. That was contact. And no, we're still green at the moment. No caution's been called. It surely should have been a caution. That was very much contact. But nonetheless, still green here from Texas. As we're back into turn 1, Shane O'Kano still in the lead. As they head down the back straightaway. Wish I had a replay option. I would show you the replay, but It's PT looked like he went down to the inside. Didn't have enough room, slid up the racetrack, and caught Aram Origins there. As there is a now, it looks like a 10-car gap here. 8 cars now in this train. This will slot on back to the first car outside of it. It is Aaron. He's entering turn 1, and this is a little pack of cars coming off turn 2 as they're kind of strung out back here. There's Stas trying to get some laps. Kip, we talked out before, making his SCL debut tonight in Project Cars. Champion in the past in this series, I think 7 times. I could be wrong. So he's won this a lot. He knows how to get done in the IndyCars, as the only driver off the pace right now is Wanma. I think the leaders will be coming up on him very shortly. Yes, they are. They're coming off turn 4 now. Big gaggle of cars heading towards the start-finish line. Still led by Shane O'Kano. No change at the front there. And now It's PT falls back to 4th. Let's try to get to see if that's the 2 car. I think it is a 2 car, so that would have been Rita. Yes, it is Rita, as she jumps up into the top 3 for the first time today. Expecting her to run very well after last week's Indianapolis 500, leading the most laps in that event, as they are now catching Juanma, who is entering turn 1 now. Try to see if they can get past him here. I hate this camera angle. As they have a spinner up in turn 1, that's Let's stay down Killen as he loses the back end in turn 1. Single car incident, so we should still be green here from Texas. Now he's going to get passed by Cold. No, that's Super. I saw a green car and I thought that, no, okay, it's not the Pennzoil car. Cold's right here, okay. So that is, so we have 2 lone car incidents so far in this race. As Rita gets down to the grass, tries to make a pass in the grass. It's not going to work here, especially in IndyCar. As car up into the wall. I think that's, I was going to say, I think that's Wanma. No, it's anger management. Somehow he's fell back as you're done. Oh, we have a car. Yes, we do. There's a car up into the fence. Definitely a caution. So for a second, we had a car on pit road. It looked like the 2 car. So that would have been. Don't see Sunday. Yeah, there's Sunday. Have we lost Rita? Oh no, we have lost Rita St. James. She's I don't see her up on the on my. That's a pretty big gap there for It's PT to stay behind Shano. It's gonna be interesting to see if we've either lost Rita or she's just disappeared for us. She's back now. 12th, it says. There she is. It's very interesting. For a second there, we did lose Rita. So, she's back in 12th now. think we've lost one. We've lost somebody. I think we started out with 15 cars. Let's see who we've lost. Anger Management, Rosta, Rita, Wanma, Air Margins, Kip's still in the race. Super still in the race. Stas, Gold, Twindy, Sunday, SPT, Shano. Did we lose Aaron Origins? I think we did. No, he's right here in 10th. As cars now pitting. It's PT, one of them your leader right now. Well, it was. I think Shano stayed out. Yes, he has. So pit strategy now, we're 16 laps into this event, 14 if you want to get technical at home if you're following along. So 14 laps into this event. Already under caution for a pretty big wreck. Looked like there was a spinner down into the apron of the front stretch and then went up into the fence. As naturally as, wow, that's not going to work. Super getting tagged from the back by Rita. That's a teammate. Better watch out for that Menards car. It's definitely going to have a say in this race if you can get up to the front. Super knows how to get it done at tracks like this, where drafting is everything. Last week at Indianapolis, the draft was big, but that was a little bit more of a handling track than this, as Texas is far more banked than Indianapolis. You can hold it wide open here. Start heading into the quad oval. Should get the one to go here. No indication on the one to go, but I do believe we have got one to go. From the officials down into the race. Cars lining it up. Very technical this track is. Every race I do go out and do some tech driving for broadcast reasons to tell you how the cars feel, what you need to do with these cars. They're on the edge in this room. Well, good to have you in for the race, Daz. As we're pretty early into this event, 14 laps, make that 15 now. As we're going to head back around and get the green flag, more than likely this time by Shano Kano in the lead with Carlin Hicks, Twindy, and Cold rounding out the top, and Super, rounding out the top 5. Shano Kano has been in the lead for most of this race, single filed up. We're coming to the line. Green flag back in the air, as that was our first caution of the day, as for a second I thought we called it off. Someone must not have been getting going in the back, but nonetheless we are still green. Shano Kano off turn 2. A nice little gap for Shano. He got himself a good restart in that number 11. He's into turn 3 and 4. Nice gap, nearly half a second, but that's going to go away rather quickly, as here comes Twindy. He knows how to get it done here at IndyCar, as caution is back out on the speedway. Back, a couple stragglers, Staza, Kip, Juanma, and I'm just gonna call him Killin tonight. It's Killin back there in the Gas Monkey Chevrolet. He's spun out twice tonight. So twice tonight we've had a spinner. Just put up the timings for you here. Your leaderboard as pretty early into this event, but that's where they stack up right now. As I believe we're just going to go right back to it here. No, we got the one to go this time by. Usually the one lap go after caution, but I think that might have been a rule for something over 2 miles. So I'm going to go around another time here. Cars entering 1 and 2 once again. 88 degrees here at Texas Motor Speedway. The ambient temperature almost 100 degrees on track. So the track's got some grip in it. Be interesting to see how these drivers maneuver that. The wind's coming out from the south at 4 miles an hour, so that would also explain the heat for this race. Pretty realistic, but if you want to get technical right now in Texas, I bet you it's pretty darn cold. The cold front going through there yesterday in real life. And of course it is clear, as the SCL has not implemented weather into any race yet. Shane O'Cano comes off turn 4, going to get the green flag back in the air here at the Lone Star 300. Comes to the line, green flag back in the air. Wow, no one got going on that restart. No one got going. Shano really just busted up Twindy right there. Didn't get going, missed the shift possibly. Is now cold. Battles to the outside of Shane O'Cano entering turn 3. So Shano missed in the shift on the restart, and that has dropped Twindy back 2 positions as he's now back into the fray in 3rd place as he's battling with Rita. Nice bounce back for Rita. As a couple restarts ago, I think she was in the first restart, I think she was 11th on the restart. So very nice battle back by Rita. She bumps herself back into the top 5. Carlin in 5th. No surprise, those two were near each other. As yet again, we have backed it down as there is spinners on the front stretch quad oval. I believe it's PT, no? I saw a green car. Yeah, it was. It's PT. Saw a white car back end around, almost backed into the pits. You don't want to do that. But there is a pit wall. If there wasn't a pit wall, that would have been some bad news. As Aram Origins now coming off turn 4. Still going to have to see who was involved in what wrecks. In the IndyCars, we do back off at the sign of caution. It's a new rule for this year. Last year we didn't have that. I can almost assure you that. As they fly through the front stretch. Well, not flying, we're going a measly 80 miles an hour here at Texas. So there's a cone out into the track, which some say is a good thing, some say is a bad thing. I say it's a good thing. Builds character. Stay away from the cone. So off turn 2, we're going to get the green this time by. Very certainly we're going to get the green this time. Shane O'Cano. Dipping down to the apron. So there might be some bigger forces at play here. That might be the commit line for the pit. So he'll more than likely come down pit road. Didn't hear the driver's meeting. Oh, he fakes it out. Very nice. So we do have some takers. Carlin, Super, and yeah, some more takers in the back. There's Super coming into the pits to get some tires and fuel. Very late on the fuel for Super for Firestone tires onto that number 22 Menards Chevrolet. So he comes off pit lane and starts to make his way back to the back of the field. Also, Carlin Hicks on pit road. Rosta was also on pit road. Kip on pit road. So now he comes off pit lane. So we should be getting the green either this or next time by. Probably next time by now, as they're in turn 3 and 4. We would never let him go back to green with cars halfway down the back straightaway right now. Just catching to the back of the line. Yeah, that's a big... Yeah, we're going green next time by, so the flagman giving the 1 to go this time. So not even 30 laps into this event, and we've had 3 cautions as, whoa, doggy, what are we doing back in the pack here? What is this? Is that Rosta going off into the inside? No, it was Wanma dipping it down, so little shenanigans happening on the exit of the quad oval. As Rosta is well off the pace in turn 1 and 2. He gets it fired backed up and away. Back to the front of the field. Shane O'Cano. He's led the most laps today. I think he's been out of the lead for maybe 1 lap. So very dominant performance right now by Shano. As they come off turn number 4, going to get a restart yet again here at Texas. I've said this far too many times in the first 30 laps. But let's see what they can do here. Green flag back in the air. As cone in the middle of the track, that's gone. That's bounced out to the fans. Someone just died in the grandstands. But, oh, Shano, around to the front of the field, up into the wall, into the fence. Big impact by Shane O'Cano. He's up into the fence. Hoo-wee. That is a definite caution. Just looped it. Just looped it around turn 1. Went up into the field. I didn't see who hit him. It looked like a Snapple car. So I'm gonna, yeah, it's anger management. Definitely got into that. I saw him loop it right into the front of the Snapple car. As, are we gonna red flag? No, we're not red flagging it. I thought they were waiting on somebody. So Rosta just bounces into the wall again. More contact than back as he spins it off to the inside. Daz, you can go to the beginning of the live stream and see what the qualifying times were. There you go. Thank you. Alright, so that was interesting. Just looped it around. As we're coming back to the quad oval, we're going to get green this time. Yes, we are. Green flag back in the air. So a quick spin caution there by as the Snow anger management. You're dead. Nose first into the pit wall. That wouldn't be a real life crash. He would have died. But entering turn 3 and 4, Cold, who had a pretty good Indianapolis 500. I'll show him the way here at Texas Motor Speedway as we got cones all over the place in turn 1. Up to the high side of the racetrack. There's Aaron Morgens. He's back there in the 26 car. Trying to make that, what we call in sim racing, the Larson line work. If you don't know what that is, it's right against the wall up near the fence. So I'm going to try to make that work here. Probably got the tire pressures to do it. 40 and 32 on the left rear. That's a pretty low left rear. That might be helping him turn though. So kudos to him there. He knows what he's doing. I'm not the crew chief. As he enters turn 3 and 4. There's Stas. He's been having a good couple weeks. Just can't seem to get it pulled together. Last week, well, 2 weeks ago at Bathurst, had the lead in the GT3 car. Spun it late in that race. And then just last week in the Camel GT race, had a shot to win that one. Tiernizzo grabbed it late in that event too. So Stas looking to tie together a couple good races as he enters turn 1. Nice little draft up there near the wall. Someone has gotten the wall behind him. I think that was Kip. Because indeed it was. So a good little green flag stretch here as we look to the front, and it is still windy and cold showing the way as there's a nice little gap of about 2 seconds back to Rita and Aaron Oranges, where this is a nice big pack here. A nice little battle here for 7th, 6th, 8th, and 5th. So this is your 5th through 8th battle here, as Super has got the advantage of this one as he's pulled away and now reeling in Aaron Oranges. These are your best battles on the racetrack. You know what? Let's go on board with the Menards Chevrolet for just a second to show you just how nuts this can get here at Texas. Right now he should be in about 4th gear. He's in 5th right now. And now he's in 4th. I'm still in 5th. A lot of drivers have been shifting down to 4th right there, if they can. But you're running such a long gear here at Texas, as the battle for lead is really just up the road. So there's a lot of jockeying there. I believe that's Air Origins right ahead of him. Yeah, this is 3rd on back here. This little battle you're seeing. Those 2 leaders have definitely pulled a nice little gap out, as there's a car inside of Super. Wish I could look to the left and right in the spectator cam. So pop to the roof. Get a little bit better view here. As Super up into the wall. He's up in the wall some more. He's going to lose this battle for sure. So he falls back into the clutches of Carlin Hicks, who's a little off the pace here. Nonetheless, back up to this battle. Get Rita St. James in this one, Aaron Origins. Killen making his way back up here. Actually surprised he's made his way back as far as he did. Also, Shane O'Kano is looking at him right now. Also recovering from that spin earlier. I think he's got the car to beat tonight. The front of the field, 40 not 40, geez, that's almost a lot there. 4-second gap between the top 2 and the 3rd position. Now Aaron Origins, as that's a battle, as you see him coming off turn 4 there. So these 2, just like we saw Carlin and Rita do last week, can attempt to just stay nose to tail here at Texas. Can't bump draft in these things. That would be that'd be spelling a bad time. So off turn 4, Juanma. Ooh, that could have been very nasty, as he's all over the road. They head back into turn 1. Shoot it on back here to this battle that seems to have, at the moment, calmed itself as Rita has lost some ground. She's fallen into the clutches of Aaron Origins. The 2 must have had some kind of little trouble because they were just a lap or 2 prior, 3rd and 4th, with a nice little gap to Shano and Killen, who have now made their way into 3rd and 4th, now 6.5 seconds behind 2nd place Twindy. So he's in the middle of 3 and 4 now, as we're backing it down. Might have been. Well, we do have a caution on the racetrack. It's Rosta. Super fell back a good bit there. Kip also might have been involved in that one. Might not have been. We'll really double check that. So now he heads through the quad oval with Rosta not too far behind him. No, right there. All right. So Cold and Twindy, this is not what they wanted. They wanted this race to go green. Nice little green flag stretch there, as there's a car sitting on the exit of turn 2. I believe that's Carlin. He might have been posting a black flag for Juanma. As they head through turn 3 and 4. been a long day for me. But it's so nice to be here on the SCL Racing Network, calling this flag-to-flag action in the Low Star 300 here, as it looks like there's a little bit of a argument there between Twindy and Super. This might be the wave around group here, as yes, they will get the wave around. So there go the wave around Super. I think he's made the choice to just come to pit road here. He'll keep the lap down, but he'll just come to pit road. He's got a 46 tank. So yeah, he'd be on strategy. He definitely doesn't want to lose that right now. It's early enough in the race where I don't think that would hurt him, but he is coming down pit road. So are a lot of the front runners as Cold leads them down. This will be the first big pit stop of the race, if not everyone comes down, as we're 45 laps into this event. See, does anybody fake it out? Gotta keep her out. These are the lap down cars, so they're gonna have to stay out. Led by Stas. I definitely gonna want to back that down there, Stas. So he backs it down to 80 mile an hour. As driver's still Cold, getting off pit road. No pit road speed limit here in the SCL. So they could just fly down pit road if they wish. Shows Roast in the lead. Ooh. Contact there, now he falls back, so he's back on the lead lap. As Cold and Twindy retake the top two positions. So recap, this is our fourth caution here in the Lone Star 300. Caution laps, I think we've ran about, let's see, 2, 2, 3, 3, it's 6. So we've run about 13 laps of caution here. So 4 cautions for 13 laps at the moment right now. Pretty good. That's a pretty good number for a oval race in the IndyCar Series. So granted, where it is, this race so far has been okay in the caution department. This will be 4 cautions for 14 laps. When they come back around, they'll grab the green. Super still on the inside in 3rd place. I think he's a lap down car. Not going to matter. As coming to get... No, we're still figuring out this order here. Super is yelling that he should get back in the line here. I think he's trying to contest that right now. That's why he's still on the inside. I think he's contesting with Rita. He's contesting with Carlin. Okay. So we'll see where Super lines up. Super might be lining up on the inside, to be honest. Inside of the front row, we might be doing the NASCAR restart here, so he's a lap down. So he would restart on the inside of the front row. Try to see if he can keep this lap. Get his lap back before caution comes out. And get back on the strategy. But at the moment, Cold. Still your leader here. Had a good Indy 500. Led some of that race. Got caught up late in some shenanigans of not his doing. But nonetheless, still caught up late. As they come off turn 4, the Pennzoil Chevrolet leads him down into the quad oval. Super on the inside. Twindy 2nd. Carlin Hicks 3rd. Green flag back in the air at Texas. As Super just slits the first 2 go. Twindy touches the wall a little bit. A very nice, cleaner restart by the back half of the field. No contact as of yet. As they head down the back straightaway. Another front 2 still pulling away. It's going to take him a lap to fully get him wound up. He's off turn 4. Aram Origins in the back with Rita. There's a little contact in the wall for Rita. She almost lost some positions as Super up into the wall off turn 2. Back there with anger management. The Snapple's car, he's 9th. Trying to make his way back through the field. There's Shane Alcano, your leader earlier in the race. Led a good bunch of laps at the beginning and spun out entering turn 1 and well, speaking of the devil, got into anger management, sending him up into the fence, but he's back in 8th position. He's kind of been sitting there for the whole race so far after that spin early in the event, so try to see if Shane O'Kano can work his way through. The car might be only good in clean air. We'll have to see. Wanma over, up, anger management in the wall. Yeah, that's it's not a caution, but definitely going to want to look at that later from an official standpoint. We're going to have to start throwing some black flags for reckless driving in this series. As they come off turn 4, some sparks in the back. Someone clipped the wall. Is now Killen back down to the inside of Carlin Hicks. Carlin Hicks trying to squeeze down on Twindy. That's not going to work. Twindy gets loose off turn 2. Nearly had a wreck there coming off turn 2 between Twindy and Carlin. Twindy falls back to 4th place. Could have been very bad news for Twindy's race if he spun out. Doesn't want to get caught in the back. As now we do have a battle for the lead. Make sure I have his name right. It is Killen. Like I said, we'll just call him Killen. As he goes to the high side of the racetrack on the outside of cold. Very strong car for Killen. It's now Carlin peeks down to the inside, thinks about a lead, says, nah, let me go here. So he gets down to the inside and makes the stick as he moves himself up into 2nd place. But Killen's going to try to battle back, see if he goes to the high or low side entering turn 1. He's content now, just staying in the back, as this is a good little pack of cars. About 7 deep. All the way back to It's PT. Usually in the back of this. Might even consider Shane O'Kano the back end of this one. So this is just about 7/10 of a second off the back of this pack. And all the way back to anger management, Kip. As there is a wreck, Rosta up into the wall. I think Super was involved in that one. Nothing called yet. See, everyone. No, we're just keeping it green here, folks. Keeping it green at Texas. You definitely saw what I saw at home. Those were 2 cars up into the wall. But no caution being called as of yet. Rosta getting out of the way up against the wall. Nowhere to hide on an oval track. Oh, Guanma, what? That is a definite DQ. Sending some text over. I think they have DQ'd Wamba for that. That was kind of out of the... You're sitting on the back stretch against a wall. What? As yes, he has been disqualified from tonight's event for that. That's kind of uncalled for. He could have just backed it. It looked like he had enough time to back it down to the inside wall, but just kept it up against the outside wall. And he has been driving a little recklessly tonight, so he'll be DQ'd from tonight's race. I think Rosta's just about near that list. He's been all over the racetrack tonight. So now we're under our 5th caution tonight. I got away with a couple wrecks there. I think there were about 2 wrecks in that green flag run where we could have had a caution but didn't. Then had the big wreck on the back stretch there. To Wanma. So, back into turn 3 and 4. We might get the one to go this time by. Trying to see if anyone's going to pit so we can get some wave rounds here. I think that's what we're waiting on. As Stas is a little off the pace. And he's to the bottom of the turn, as we do have some takers entering pit lane. Stas being one of them. Kip moving up now. Good by him. He stayed out. He's moving up. 6th place for Kip. So in his SCL re-debut, I should say, he's been in the series longer than any of us, I think, that are still around, except for Johnny and Carlin. Moving his way up the field through these cautions. See Super and Rosta running the high line there to signify their lap down. Good run tonight, though, by Killen. Get his first name here. Where is he? Stay down. Yeah, Stay Down Killen. Good run by him. Very, first time I've seen that name in the SC. I think it's his debut tonight, so very good run by him. And the number 24 Gas Monkey Garage from the show Fast and Loud. Good run by Twindy also. He was up near the front for a good portion of that first stint as we're 60 laps into this race. Cars come off turn 4. As I was just about to say, I was about to miss a restart. Getting the 1 to go there. As Cold still holding his own. We've seen that a little bit tonight if you want to look at trends, race trends. Cold and Shane O'Kano both leading a good portion of this race so far. I think they've been your only leaders. So, come off turn 2 to the back straightaway as, whoa, anger management, oh boy. Calling this one off here. There's calling this restart off. I think there was a little tap there in the center part of the field. Enter turn 3 and 4. Cold leading him around, ready to get the 1 to go here. After that incident, yeah, we don't even have everyone lined back up. I think Aram Origins was involved in that one, heading down the back straightaway. It's not part of the caution, but our 5th caution for I think about 17 laps now. I'm not keeping track, but I am keeping guesstimate. It's about 1 or 2 lap gap there, probably for the real cautions. So 5 cautions for 18 laps. Again, not bad. Could be a lot better. Could be 2 cautions for 8 laps, but it is what it is. As Aram Origins, I think he just got the black flag there. I think he's heading to the back of the pack after not maintaining a speed. I don't think it was his fault, but things do happen. He can definitely make his way back through the field. It is early in this one, as there's I think 200 laps. I think we have 123 laps tonight at Indy. We're only on lap 61, so well, yeah, I guess we're right near that halfway point, aren't we? So he's got half a race to get back to the front. Could definitely get it done as Cole leads him off turn 4. I think we are going to get the green this time by. So 5 cautions for 19 laps as they head down to the green. Cole leading them down, followed by Rita and Carlin as the green flag is back out. Wow, really botched start there by Super in the back. Really, no one got going on that one. I think as Cole doesn't have a mic, as wow, that is 3 wide back in the field. I think I'll stay down Killen there on the inside of that 3 wide as they double it back out. Kip in the middle of this one. Driver to keep your eye on tonight. Hasn't shown much, but he's still getting used to this game. Like I said, his SCL re-debut and his debut here in Project Cars. Ooh, round to go. Oh, up into the wall goes It's PT in the Lucas Oil 77 car. So our 6th caution of the night. Cole leads them back around with Carlin and Rita. The Silver Bullets. Always near one another here at IndyCar races. I can tell you that right now. If you watched last week's Indy 500, you know exactly what we mean. The Silver Bullets were come out to race last week. They haven't led a lap tonight, which honestly is a little surprising, but It's, like I said, it's still kind of early in this race. Excuse me. Dinner asking for a recognition there. As Cold is your leader with lap 64 of, I want to say 123 laps. I can really, honestly, I could double check that now if I go to communities. I can double check. So Cold, your leader. Let's see here. What are we in? Lone Star 300. Checking me. I wanted to check what lap we're on, to be honest. Or how many laps we have, not what lap we're on. So I can start counting down for you at home. It doesn't say. Oh, 120. Yeah, so 123 laps. So we're pretty well halfway here. So 58 laps remaining in tonight's Lone Star 300. For 6 cautions for, I believe, now 20 laps. So we've had a pretty eventful night. Had one retiree and one DQ tonight. Never thought I'd say that in one race. But yet again, here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, Johnny Benson checking in from Daytona. Glad he's watching this race. As Cold is coming back around. So 6 cautions again. A little recap right there for about 21 laps. I believe we're going to get the restart right here. Yes, we do. Restart with 57 laps to go from Texas. Oh, and there we go. Another caution on the speedway. Can't even get it back to the green, guys. So back it back down. These restarts have been pretty botched in the back tonight. Got away with a couple there at the beginning, and the caution flag starting to rear its ugly head. 7 cautions tonight. I want to keep track of this one. So 7 cautions for, we're going to go on now 20, I think, what did I say, 22? So we're going on what, 23, let's say. 7 cautions for 23 laps. So definitely going to want to check up on this caution rule. So we're not right now. We're at 7 cautions, and 7 cautions, 1 disqualification tonight for reckless driving. Haven't had that in quite some time. I think the last time we had a DQ for anything like that was back in last year's Daytona Continental. So it's been a while since we've had to do that, but rearing his ugly head here at Texas Motor Speedway. Yeah, Kip is getting a little twitchy, but it is his re-debut, as we said in the beginning of this, and now at this point. Trying to keep an eye on him through the race. We've been talking about him. He's going to go back and look at this race and go, well, not about me, not for them to talk about me. Well, he's very much accurate to have that little yellow 8 at the back of the bumper that shows he's a rookie. He's back in the rookie colors this week. As Cold leads him off turn 4. I think we're going to go back to green this time by, so 7 cautions for 24 laps. Not what you want to see here at Texas. Green flag back here at Texas. Can everyone get it nice and clean this time? Yes, they do as they enter turn 1. Cold with a nice little... Oh, my God. Oh, he saved it. Twindy saved it. Very nice by Twindy. Very good driving. Definitely bumped him back, but the skill was there by Twindy as he had that thing no more than 90 degrees facing the inside wall. Very nice save by Twindy. Not easy to do in one of these cars on a controller, may I add. It's a very good driving by Twindy. As we look back at the front of the field, Cold now with about half a second lead over Carlin, and Rita getting some battle by anger management. He goes below the white line, which is legal. You want to go down there, you can on the straightaways, but don't do it in the turns. You're going to cause someone to have a bad day. Ooh. stay down, killing up into the wall. Arab Origins, I'm sorry. And It's PT battling it out. It's PT started near the front too, so most of your drivers who started near the front back in the back at this point in the race, and your pole sitter has done the complete 360. He's all the way back in the back. That's 180, I'm sorry. Math is not my friend tonight. Car off into the inside. I think that might be Kip. Looks like a white. And I believe it, yeah, it was Kip. He self-spin to the inside. Don't come up the racetrack, Kip. So coming off turn 4, he's got some time to get back up to speed. There's now the 2 silver bullets lining up to attack. They're getting in their attack formation as anger management up the racetrack. There's Kip coming off turn 4. So heading down the back straightaway. Goes cold. Bumping back to anger management here. Let's go on board with him. As it looks like Carlin is reeling in cold for the top position. Coming off turn 2. Rita St. James right there in front of him if you're looking at home. So he heads into turn 3. Nice. Yeah, pretty stable. He's losing ground though in the turns. Rita must have had a really bad turn right there. As now we've backed it down. So caution out on the speedway yet again. 8 cautions. And this one has Shane O'Kano, I think, involved in that one. Kip got lucky, got his lap back. Well, he's gonna get his lap back, I might add. So very lucky break for Kip. Bump that back out, look back near the front. One driver to keep her eye on, Rita St. James. She could definitely get the win tonight. Almost had it in Indianapolis last week. If bad luck wasn't plaguing that race for her. She got involved in a late race restart and sent her to the back of the field. Couldn't get back to the front after that, as the caution is officially out. So we come back across the line. So I believe it's 8 cautions if you're keeping track at home. So 8 cautions out tonight. So let's get a count for you. 75 laps complete in tonight's Lone Star 300 from Texas Motor Speedway. So we have 48 laps to go. So under 50 laps here at Texas. Getting down to the crunch of it here. Rita St. James and Carlin Hicks. Like we said, if they get together, that's not going to be a good sign for the field, and yet here they are, second and third. Colt's been able to hold him off. That's something he didn't do last week at Indianapolis. Anger management, he having a good run in that Snapple car. I think Rita's heading down. Leaders coming down the pit lane here. Cold coming in. So was Carlin. Shane O'Kano coming down. Your pole sitter. Not having the race he wanted in the hydroxy cut. Number 11 Chevrolet. Nice paint scheme on that car. Actually, one of my favorite paint schemes in the game. Ooh, as I think that was Carlin going through him there. So some drivers trying strategy and have definitely made their way through this field yet again. As a big loser there was Cold. He lost position to Carlin. A big loser in that cycle pit stops. Definitely Rita St. James. We saw that last week. Having that one pit stop that cost her the race. And, you know, it'd be a shame if it cost her here with 57 laps to go. 47 laps to go. 47 laps to go here at Texas. And as we said just a second ago, we wouldn't We not going to restart this time by. Anger management in control of the field. 123, Johnny. Right now we're on lap 77, so 46 laps to go. So anger management leading them through turns 3 and 4. Good crowd on hand for tonight's Lone Star 300. Can't pass to the inside before the line, so that's why they are running the high line here. Yeah, pretty good crowd on hand actually, like little empty seats, but nonetheless a good crowd on hand. Anger management leading the back. Green flag back in the air here at Texas. As we'll see how botched the start it is at the back. Very nice restart. Everyone getting there through cleanly into turn 1. Thought about 3 wide in the back. I think there might have been 3 wide in the back if you want to be honest right there. But they do split it back out to 2 wide. Almost 3 wide again. Super getting someone forced up. I think that was Rita forced up against the wall. As I think she's done the crossover. And oh, stay down, kill him. Up in the wall. See, is that our 9th caution? Yes. So 9 cautions here in this race. If this was Camel GT, would be green to the finish after this, but this is oval racing. But 9 cautions, man. Not as bad as last week. Last week we had a couple more cautions than this. Yeah, it's 120 Des, but I do 123 because that's what it said. I have it written down here. But yes, 120 laps is the scheduled distance. But I'm trying to subtract 123 from the number we have now, so that's where we're at. So coming to lap 80, 9th caution of the race. Anger management. Going to try to use these cautions to his advantage here. So I think we might have a one and done here. I think we're going to go back this time by. Yes, we are going back this time by. Green flag back in the air. Super tagging the wall there in the center of the quad oval. Twindy looking to the inside. Thinks about it. Does he get to position? He gets down to the inside. Now he's going to go battling for the lead entering turn number 2. Heading down the backstretch here at Texas. Carlin Hicks trying to follow closely behind. Ooh, it's PT in front of the field. Up into the wall. Caution back out again. Or is it not? No, I think miraculously he has missed everybody, and the green flag's still out here at Texas, but very scary moment for the field as he did slide up right in front of it, but green flag's still out as that was a one-car incident, so it's PT. Shove him back to the last part of the field. Now anger management leading him around here at Texas Motor Speedway with Twindy not too far behind. Good battle back there between Aram Origins and Rita St. James, as I think that was Kip. Kip might have had a little adventure to Narnia in turn 2. Something's up with that number 8 car. See if now he's probably be best to go through if you're going that sled, just hit the apron. But he does keep it going the right direction. So back at the front of the field, anger management now has about half a second lead over Twindy. He's trying to run the high side in turn 1. Aram Origins, I think the big mover on that restart, is now he's gotten past Rita St. James. And now he's going to go try to pick off Cold, put him up into the top 4. Rita, nice bounce back after the pit road, the bad pit stop, but that's definitely not helping her as she hits the outside wall off turn 4. And this is about a 2-second gap between 1st and 6th. Good nice little pack here as they come off turn 4. There's Anger and there's Rita, that's the main pack. Rosta rounds out your second pack as him, Shane O'Kano, your pole sitter. Super hasn't had the best of days, but running 9th. Stay down, kill him, who had the big wreck there. Just, you know, we've had so many cautions, I don't even know, a couple of cautions ago. Stas, who's been quietly in the back today, hasn't really shown much, but I think he's still just trying to get used to all the equipment. It's PT having a wild ride into turn 3. Just a couple laps ago, trying to make his way back through the field. And Kip's hauling ass in his NRS, gosh, that's the other league I do. The SCL re-debut for him. Not running the best, but I think he's got some pretty warm right side tires, so that might be a reason why he's pretty loose. So back at the front of the field, Twindy now getting around anger management, but anger management saying, nah, I'm going to battle back on the high side, as he now falls back to the clutches of Carlin. Carlin going to try to make an advantage here, as there goes anger management down to the inside, spinning into the grass. So anger management loops it off turn 4. Gets back onto the oval. Ho, boy, Stas almost had himself a nice little trip into Narnia there, as that is a caution. Didn't see much contact there. That looked like a single car spin. Correct me if I'm wrong at home if you're watching. It looked like a single car spin off turn 4. But caution is out for the 10th time today. So 10th caution. And that one did look like a self-spin, but they did throw the yellow for that. Might have been some contact we didn't see, or there might have been another incident on the racetrack also we didn't see. So I'm not going to call it as it is right now, but I can pretty well assure you some of the drivers are not happy about this many cautions. They're probably starting to get a little fed up by now. All these caution laps definitely not helping their rhythms. Is everyone getting down to see if they hit the apron here? No. Yep, Twindy giving the indication he might come down. So is Carlin. Cold. Aram Origins also giving the indication. Let's see if they come down this time, or do they fake it off here in the pit lane. Twindy giving it, Carlin saying, nope, we're coming in. So Carlin stays out. Twindy misses pit box. Twindy missing his pit box. That's going to cost him some spots on pit road if he sets his strategy right. Yeah, he is going to lose some spots here. Probably your cause of the caution. Anger management. Not having the best of days. Was running there, the front there, as you were just seeing not too long ago, but spun out on the front straightaway. Yeah, Twindy, a big loser on that pit stop. He lost some spots to Aram Origins. I think that might have been it. Oh boy. What's Carlin doing here? 50 mile an hour. That's a good speed. So everyone to come off turn 4. There they go. Now we're going to bump it back up to 80. Yep. Alright, so probably going to go green this time. As the enter turn 3, Carlin Hicks back out in front. Rita St. James also there. Cold made his way back to the front. So your usual suspects now back here near the front of the field as they come off turn 4. Coming to lap 90 of 120. Green flag back in the air here at Texas. See what kind of restart we get in the back. Nice clean start. Someone got a huge start in the back. I think that might have been anger management. Yeah, anger management trying to make its way through. Don't want to go 3 wide, buddy. Squeezing in front of Stas. Stas now stuck 3 wide in the back. Good little gaggle here for 10th place. So anger man. Oh, car stop. Oh, that was Super. Super just got T-boned, as now we are on our, what is this, our 12th caution of the day? Oh boy, 10th or 12th or 11th. You know, I stopped counting, to be honest, because we're just gonna have these cautions back to back to back to back. So caution back out. Yet again here at Texas. I think that's been the big story today. Has been the cautions. How are you gonna play them? So everyone's got 353 liters. You could do it. You could make it to the end. If you're saving gas here on these caution laps, you could make it to the end. Probably going back to green this time. I think that might have been just one of the one and done cautions. See if Carlin leads him here. Yep, green flag backing out. Backing out. Back out here at Texas. Twindy trying to get a good restart. Rita blocks him into turn 1. There's Rita. He's now scrambling in the back of the field as there is some skirmaging here. As we've seen every restart. This is where your wrecks have been happening on these restarts, is back here. Everyone trying to gain as much ground as they can on these restarts, knowing what's going to happen. Kip, something happened to Kip. He's Kip's just running it out now. So Kip might have just looped it in turn 2. Definitely not what Kip wanted. As we shoot it back to the front. New leader here in Indy, Outlaw, and not Indy, Texas, and bad as a big gaggle of cars. Twindy in that one. Sunday, Carlin Hicks. Cold, anger management. This is a good battle here from second on back. As 3 wide behind him. Anger management, Twindy, and stay down, Killen in this gaggle here. Just want to go to the roof cam here of anger management. Ooh, Carlin really got loose right in front of him there. Almost looped the car around, but keeps it straight. Now here comes anger management down to the bottom of the racetrack. Going to try to get below Carlin here and get the position. I think he does. If not, Carlin is hanging tough on the high side. Nope, that is a position for anger management. Now there might be a car right inside of him here. Nope, Carlin going to stick behind him here. Stay down, Killen. There's now anger management back high into the wall. We've seen that a lot out of him tonight. Go to Twindy. Let's go to a better camera angle here for Twindy. My heading to one. So there's a car inside of Twindy here as we go on board the cockpit view. For you fans at home, kind of the visor cam, if you will. So into turn 1, giving a lot of wheel input there is Twindy. See the cars behind him, 2 wide back there. Look like Shane O'Kano and its PT right behind him, giving chase, as it is Shane O'Kano and its PT. Side by side, squeeze there by Shane O'Kano. They head down the front straightaway. Car on the apron there, looked might have been Twindy. Now this is the best gaggle cars we've seen all day. All within 2 seconds of each other, 9 cars. So at the front of the field, Rita St. James. Back to where she should have been last week, leading the race in the late goings. Let's double check what lap we're on. We're entering, so we're coming to 23 to go here at Texas. Next time by we'll hit the 24 laps to go, and then the lap after will be 23 laps to go. So coming through turns 3 and 4. Oh, Carlin really loose off turn 4. Almost got stay down, killing him into the wall. But both of them keep it together. Anger management saying, let me peek down to the inside, but he stays up to the high side. Now Twindy going to get back into this battle. Kip going to get off the racetrack better. You don't want to get DQ'd. So entering turn 3. Rita still leading him around. Cole going to stay content to stay behind him, but the driver on the move and the driver to watch out for the win in this race. Stay down, kill him. So now he peeks to the inside of Cold. Honestly, I think this might be his debut race. So very good race here by Stay Down. He might have raced a couple races in the beginning of the season. I don't know, but it's the first time I've seen him. So good running by him as he's now moving his way into 3rd place. Anger management loops on the front straightaway. Does he keep it off the wall? It's gonna be hard to say if the keyboard wants to work with me here. He's parked it on the oval, gets it going again. Cohen playing. Is that Kip just flying off pit road? Nope, still green live here from Texas. So that's the second time we saw anger management loop it off turn 4 today. Is entering turn 1 and 2 now. Here comes the bad news for the field. The 2 silver bullets are now going to get lined up as Rita, really defensive down the back straightaway, digs down to the inside of the racetrack. As Carlin now right behind her. Cold not too far behind, coming off turn 4, mixed position on stay down killing. Now Twindy looks to the inside of stay down, gets the position. So from second is Twindy. Oh, you saw that live as he saves it yet again. Very nice save by Twindy. That's the second time today. Also, he spun it and kept it going in the straight, but that's going to lose some positions for him as now this becomes a 4-car pack at the front of the field between Rita, Carlin, Cold, and Stay Down. If Stay Down can just stay in this draft, he should be able to pick it back in here. As Kip is now up the road from these guys and ladies as they come off turn 2. So a very good battle here as we're lap 105 and 123. So getting down to the nitty-gritty here at Texas Motor Speedway. Rita St. James leading him off turn 4. So now there's a battle for third. As Stay Down Killing going to try to make the high side work and going to get it done in turn 4. But now down into turn 3, they're going to get it lined back up. Exiting turn 2. Whew. So recap, Rita St. James still in the lead. Twindy having a near spin experience in turn 1 and 2. He's back in the 8th place, so put him back out of this race more than likely if we don't get another caution. Anger management loops it also off turn 4 a couple laps ago, puts him back in the 9th, so he's possibly out of this one. Always keeping an eye on Kip in this race. 13th, about a good maybe 2 laps off the pace here as something happened. Something happened to Rita and Carlin. Well, Carlin all the way back in the 6th place, so drama making its way into the late stages of this race as Twindy, Carlin and Rita all having trouble possibly in the turns. So we'll have to check up on that. But right now, Cold and Stay Down Killing trying to get around Kip. Kip going to try to hopefully move out of the way. Can't see. There you go. Yes, he does get out of the way. Very nice move by Kip. He always knows how to get out of the way. Good sportsman there. Good driver. Nonetheless, as they head into turn 3. Still keeping a consistent pace here of over 220 mile an hour. Average speed has to be as we have a caution on the speedway, our 12th one of the day. Kip, you might want to back that up there, buddy. You haven't gotten it back yet, but this is going to be interesting. We're lap 110 of 123, so like I said, down into the nitty-gritty now. Any caution that does come out is going to be very important. Big break for Twindy, Carlin, Rita, and Anger Management, as now they have a chance to get back into this race. As its PT makes his way around turn 2. Good run by him so far. Had a good starting position at the beginning of the race and then fell back, and now he's back up in the top 6. Twindy in 7th place after he's made 1 position. Staza, Shane, okay, it might have been... Yeah, we lost Anchor. If you're seeing a Snapple car, I'm not. We're having a problem. I believe we've lost, yes, Anger Management has retired. Okay, so Anger Management out of the race. As we have a couple takers down here at Super and Rosta making their way onto the pit lane late in the going here. Yeah, Rosta needed the pit. He was low on gas. Now, what do we got here? 28 liters. Yeah, you can do it. You can make it now. No question about that. This has been the battle of the day right here. Stay Down Killen and Cold battling out at the front of the field. Cold looking for redemption after last week's Indy 500. Same as Rita and Carlin. So, definitely going to look for that here at Texas. I think our second night race of the year. I think Daytona might have been a night race for the IndyCars. Like I So anger management has some real-life implications in this race. Super still in the field in 10th place is anger management. I think we're going to go green next time by. Let's see here. Yes, one to go here at Texas as we're getting down to the end of this event. 112 of 123, so coming near 10 to go. Not sure what our magic number is tonight, but we've had about 13 cautions in this race. Still not as bad as Indy. I think we had about 15 to 16 cautions in that race, so we won't get near that tonight. I don't know what the record number of cautions on the oval race is. I think Johnny can help me on that one if he knows, but I don't think we're going to be contesting near that tonight. Might have contested it near Indy, but I don't know if we've gotten there tonight. So, coming around turn 3 and 4, it is Cold, Stay Down, Kill 'Em, Aram Origins, Carlin Hicks, and Rita St. James. Your top 5 as we'll head up to Cold and turn off the interface for you so we get a full screen HD restart here at Texas. Thank you for the oh, we have a spinner on the inside. That's Aram Origins. As we're not near the magic number yet. That was a botched restart by Aram Origins. He had a good shot at this win. Just threw it away right there. It's now Cold to a 0.3 of a second lead. Or Stay Down, Kill 'Em, as we'll get the interface back up for you. Nice little gap here. Safe to say Rita, if we don't get another caution, I don't think she's got anything for this. So off turn 2 goes Rita. She's not really near the front, but she could have something to say if we get another yellow. Carlin about a second off, but this is the battle for the win so far. I think Carlin might be a little too far out of the draft for this one. Cold right now in first, followed by Stay Down, Kill 'Em. As our magic number, I believe, is 119. Someone might have put it in the chat. I just haven't looked. It is 119. So that is our magic number. We're on lap 115, so we're coming down to it. Cold's just running now, running to get to the 119 mark. I believe he would just want a 1-2 battle with Stay Down, Kill 'Em. I would if I was Cold in this situation. I wouldn't want a whole field of angry, hungry drivers behind me. So only one driver, and he's keeping it going here. He's got himself a nice half-second lead. That's the biggest single car gap we've seen today at the front. Usually it's been right up nose to tail. So Cole's been able to keep that gap pretty consistent now. It's starting to come back down. But I think Cole's got him in the turns here. I think that's where he builds up a little bit of that lead. But yeah, back up to about about half a second now. And on the front stretch, I think that's where Stay Down, Kill 'Em gains it back. It's not the end of the race, but we are counting down to that magic number at 119. We're at lap 118 now. So if a caution did come out, it would still count. Just 1-2 here. That's a nice little 3-second gap now to Carlin, who's starting to fall back from this battle. Can Cold get a win here at Indy? Oh God, I keep saying Indy. Texas. Good Lord. 119. Next time by, I think next time by will be the end of the cautions. Let's see here. So we're having it's weird that the counters come up for these guys. Okay. Yeah, Cole's got a significantly heavier tank, lighter tank, I'm sorry, than Stay Down, Kill 'Em. That might be what's letting them stay out in front, but we'll see. As that is it, that's our magic number. We are green to the finish here at Texas. Let's just turn that interface off. Give you a nice HD battle for the lead. Stay Down, Kill 'Em down to the inside of Cold. He's got a heavier tank, but can it work for him? And can Cold battle back on a lighter tank? So Cold now slots back into second place. Good battle for the lead here late in the going as there's a wreck at the front of the field. Stay Down, Kill 'Em to the inside. Cold. That's it. There's no more cautions. Now here comes Carlin Hicks. Can he get back into this race? Can Rita St. James get back into it? Let's go on board with the... Oh, come on, man. Gosh, I hate this thing so much. It's a little too far back for Carlin, but he can definitely get it. It's now Cold trying to stay ahead of him. How much fuel is on this car? 13 liters. How much is on Cold? 14. So roughly about the same tank. So we're getting down to it now. Cold entering turn 3 and 4. Coming down to get the white flag here at Texas Motor Speedway. White flag in the air. Can Cold hang on for one more lap here at Texas? He's led a good portion of the second half of the race. Didn't have much of a car at the beginning. But coming off turn number 4, Carlin Hicks still coming. I don't think he's had enough time to get him, though. Near the front of the lead in the points. This is going to assure he's a championship contender for sure. Cold wins at Texas. Carlin Hicks second, Rita St. James third, Twindy fourth, Super fifth, as Stas almost got it there for the 5th position. He finishes 6th. Aram Orange in 7th. Shane O'Kano, your pole sitter, finishes 8th as, big wreck after the checkered flag. As we'll give you the rest of your results here as they come along to us. And there it is. Cold getting the win here at Texas Motor Speedway. Good little win for him. That puts him up into the lead of the points yet again. Carlin Hicks second, Rita St. James third. Almost a redemption race for all 3 of those drivers after last week's Indy 500. Redemption race for Twindy after finishing terribly last week at Indy. 5th place was Super. 6th place was Stas. 7th was Aram. 8th is Shane O'Kano. 9th was Stay Down Killin, who had a good run there. Almost won the race, but spun out with about 2 laps to go. It's Pete T finishes 10th. 11th is Rosta. Nice return by Kip and Hall and Ass in 12th. Good to have you back, Kips. 13th, Anger Management, and these are your retirees. 13th, Anger Management, and with a DQ, Juanma, and then me in the booth. So, what? I'm not from Australia. Oh well, as we will have the post-race show up for you relatively shortly. Hopefully, we have a post-race show. We'll have to check in. But that is it from Texas for the broadcast. I'm Warren Keith. We'll hopefully see you here in just a little bit for the post-race show.